I street sweeper like a dragnet. I knock skin off your cheekbone. Don't get caught home alone. I can handle niggas on my own. Look, my advice to you is play in position. These find you in a fucked up position. Man, why he gagging and shitting? Why he choking and pissing? I don't believe in impossible missions. All I need is a pistol, lighter fluid, and some G-Life henchmen who believe in that G.I. teaching. Got a team full of generals and pistols, we keep them. This is for the Black Hoodie Nation and critical thinkers. The bitches who ride with us, dog, they critical thinkers. We fresh in the game, but we the future's leaders. And you fuckers gon' know Jones, but believe in Jesus.
Dog, where you going? I'm seeing him creeping. I already told you that I'm leaving him sleeping. Best believe he's something grim, and you're seeing him reaping. You talk shit, so go to church the way your ass be preaching. It's a must when I bust your heart rate decreasing. I gotta straight keep the heat, cause this hate is seasoned. The eight's the reason you flee the scene so recent. Try to call police to see my ass in the precinct. I don't believe it's an MC on the street can see me. Pretty soon you gon' see me on both those channels on TV, live and direct in 3D. So many motherfuckers wanna be like Scotty, I'm a beanie. Put one into his beanie. Dude, you better G-Easy. You'll be found in the lake face down and not breathing. Gye-Nyame house, nigga, ain't no committing treason. After I'm done, nigga, you know your bitch, I'm skiing guarantee. No nigga can't defeat me.
It's like one day you're here.
Black in time, a woman came from a man since first mankind. Through that holy between her legs, fine. You can see it from this angle, the Eurocentric mind. Been trained well, so your future is behind. Take a look around, girl, they hard to find. See that white standard, you got in your mind. 400 years they said you was ugly, but you fine. Shit, more than fine, got a big magic. Brain strong and wise, like Shiva. Most can't deal with your strength, that's why they still beat ya. Took you out the Holy Trinity, but still need ya. Back to black consciousness is where I'm trying to see ya. I'm a Tsar, you're a set, on the throne is where I keep ya. Black woman. Most of us think your position is minuscule. Cook, clean, serve, all you was put here to do. Not realizing these qualities were put into you. Cause your leadership skills are natural. Don't believe me, Queen and Tinga led the war against them crackers, fool. My people sleep, so I teach, that's what a master do. Grew up with visions of chauvinistic theatricals. Now it's my mission to grab the culture and get back to you. So we can show the seeds what it is they have to do. Break the chains, runaway slave, they coming after you. Keep the men and women at odds and take the child too. Make sure she have more than one baby daddy, your dad'll do. 400 years later, no savior, they Willie lynched you. So take a listen, black woman, let me heal you. Any man that breaks you down really fears you. My elder Shabaka say what the women do, the men will do. So when you start the revolution, we right here with you.
It's time for us to get it rolling. Oh man. Oh man. Oh man.
Oh, for real, Jana? What? I see it. See what? Oh
Let's go, man. We about to get it. It's on tonight. It's on tonight. Oh, man. We about to bring it. About to bring it. What? Mr. D&D on the keys. Oh. 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 What? 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 Unbelievable. Oh, that's that hotel. 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 Man, it's time for us to open things to the tree of life, burning up the strings in the way that only Gye-Nyame could do it. Oh, did I say that? Yes, I did. In the way that only Gye-Nyame could do it, setting the world on fire. Man, what? Come on. What? Oh, man. Come on. About to rhyme. Here we go. About to flow. Here we go. Turn it up a little bit. Here come the verse. Here it come. Oh, man, what happened to the music? Oh, man. Oh, man, family, listen. Y'all just always need to know that all the time, it's real life here at Gye-Nyame Journey. Real life. Shit get flipped upside down. It goes crazy. It goes down. So I'm like ready to start my show. Just got off a conference call. Doing a little bit of streaming. Right? So I say, okay, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to finish my sandwich. Right? Got a sandwich. Was sitting there for a couple of hours, minding its business. You know what I'm saying? Go over there to eat. My whole damn sandwich gone. I got left a corner. 16-inch sandwich. Now, everybody had their own sandwich in the house. But, for some reason, Daddy's sandwich looks better. I want my daddy's sandwich. And I still, up to this point in time, have not figured out who ate my sandwich. Nobody stepped up. Everybody got quiet. You know? And I'm sitting up here like, heavens to Murgatroyd. What is going on? Why would somebody torture me like that? So I had to get out, go get me something to eat. Speaking of that, Gina, come here. Yeah, she was the one. You heard it in her voice, right? You got to know your kids when they are lying by omission as well as commission, right? We got to learn. You got to learn people around you. Take that to your mama, please. So, we are here tonight. We're live on Gye-Nyame Journey. I want to thank all of that's been supporting. Y'all been checking out DigiTV. I greatly appreciate it. Quarantine TV. We had people come in on the chat, so I'm going to have to start finding more breaks so that I can go on and get out and do some streaming live during my breaks so I can make sure that I'm engaging the audience, because we not only want you to, you know what I'm saying, if you ain't got nothing to do, you can watch the old movies, but we also want the commentary. You know what I'm saying? The historical context. How did these stories affect you if you was old enough to be able to watch some old time stuff? Right? Did GTV. Right? I know some of y'all gonna be like D-Guy TV, but we say G. Okay? So y'all got Gye-Nyame in the middle of digital and TV. We bring it to you live every day. Every day we striving to do, and we're gonna bring some later on tonight. That's right. That's right. And it's gonna be some, it's gonna be some content. I just want to make sure that we getting the word out. And we're making it happen, you know what I'm saying? And we're providing a value to the community. So we got some news to go over, but of course, tonight is Tribal Quotes. So family, first off, I want to take the time to welcome you into the congregation of the mighty, the home of the stubborn minority.
The place where your hustle builds muscle.
As Gina said, the place where your hustle build muscle. This is Gye-Nyame. Of course, this is a Heart of a Simba production, and we are on Tribal Quotes once again. Thank you, Simba. Where we strive to blow up your old paradigms. That's right, try to blow them up, blow them to smithereens. Knock the stuffing out of them, because we got a whole lot of old perceptions that are just, we got old paradigms that are holding us hostage. And hopefully by us coming together on Kuji Chagalia and Ujamaa. Today is Ujamaa. For those that don't speak the language, get down with Gye-Nyame Journey. As a matter of fact, you go and check out our e-course. Let me throw that up there. I'm going to throw up the e-course so that those that are interested in seeing some of the ideas that are at the foundation of Gye-Nyame Journey, I want to make sure that you are able to go on and get that information. Let's go and put that up. I got to shorten these because now I'm learning and I'm figuring out things, and it's just, this technology is incredible. I mean, the stuff that we could do. Now this morning I was trying to highlight to y'all the importance of media, right? Shaping and forming ideas in the minds of those that are listening. And we went through a story. We played a video this morning where we had a crew, CNN, going to investigate how Russia is using Ghanaians in Accra to, in a sense, turn us against America. To turn us against America by posting up shit that is happening in America. Family, for black folks in America to feel the way we do, we don't need no goddamn help. We really don't. You know what I'm saying? What I was seeing individuals that was posting up events and putting comments of events that was happening in America that other people already in America was already doing. That's it. That's it. Now y'all can say the Russians are trying to influence the relationship, the election and the relationship within America by turning us against each other. No, what's turning us against each other is the fuckery. What's turning us against each other is the hypocrisy. What's turning us against each other is the injustice. What's turning us against each other is the racial wealth gap. We don't need no help with that. We already know that's live and kicking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna pull up a little bit. Pull up out there, pull up. Pulling up. I'm gonna pull up. We're gonna get down to the brass tacks and get into the African openers to the Tree of Life. And yes, family, you heard me correct. Somebody is selling the book for $150 on Amazon. $150. So what Brother Hatim is going to do is I am going to try to get some of these books. I'm going to try to get some of these so that I could distribute them to some of the family that are desiring them. Or better yet, I might go on and talk to Nation Builder Illumila and see if he could get some in for the family so that we can go on and make sure that those that want to join us on this journey, because this is going to be a while. You know what I'm saying? I mean, because like I said, going through the handbook, going through the Gye-Nyame Journey handbook, tribal quotes, the workbook, right? Going through the workbook took us about 2 years, right? If we do a page, it's 90 of them, a page once a week. I mean, damn, might have took longer than that. Because once again, the dates that I'm seeing in here, the last time we was on these Proverbs I'm gonna read right now was 6:18:16. So it's like a 4-year process. The whole cycle. It's a cycle. You know what I'm saying? You can't just jump in and jump out. You know what I'm saying? This is a long-term. This is a long-term class. This is a long-term class. And, you know, I'm kind of upset because the one being in the room that I paid to do their job. Oh, Mr. Bell, you got up. Okay. Because you was about, you know what I'm saying? Because I seen a little bell at the thrift store that told me it was looking for a job. You need to get up and get busy. Class is in session. When you hear the word class, like that, yeah. I mean, but you shouldn't have rang right there. When you hear the word class, you need to be up on your jizob. You understand? You playing. All right, so we have 3 proverbs that we're going to try to get through tonight and do some discussion. And then after that, we're going to have DigiTV, late night DigiTV, right? And let y'all check it out. We're going to throw up some old Gye-Nyame Journey stuff. And then tomorrow we will do our regular scheduled Daily Toast. Of course, it's going to be late. It's going to be Good Friday. I'm still thinking about some controversial title to cause some problems. So I'm thinking we probably be on about 10, somewhere around there. Early enough to still be in the morning, late enough so that I can send out this mass text. This weekend, the family, we're going to meet. We're going to talk a little bit about this DigiFest that we got coming up. And then also, I'll be able to let you know whether or not we're going to keep the black signal working in the way that we have it working. The problem I'm having is that the expense of sending out the text messages is not matching the return, the ROI, as they say in the digital world, return on investment. I'm investing the money in the text and I'm not getting the response that I need. And the people that really check into the show already check into the show. It's on, you know what I'm saying? So now I have some major decisions that I have to make personally, so that I can make sure that, one, I keep my family afloat, as well as keep the tribe afloat and keep the extended tribe informed. You know what I'm saying? That's my goal. That's my primary goal. You know what I'm saying? I gotta keep my family up, and I gotta keep my extended tribe rolling. Damn, somebody called in and I missed it. I apologize. Call back in. That must have been, I know who that was. I got a good idea who that was. If you're listening, I'm opening up the lines now so that you could join. I'm opening the lines now so that you could join. Sometimes people be calling me while I'm on the show, and it's very hard for me to respond while I'm on the show. So I'm gonna try to contact the person that was on, let them know that we back up. Let them know that we back up.
You are the first participant on this Uber conference. Please hold while we wait for the others to join.
So, for those that want to know what we gonna do with the black signal, I am seriously considering right now moving to a function called
This call is being
Discord.
recorded.
Discord. It's something that's used by gamers, and we're thinking about getting on and really boosting up the servers so that we could do a lot of stuff as far as communicating with the family. But we have a caller. We want to see what's going on. We want to see what's going on in the world. We have a caller. Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what's happening, sir? Thank you for having me.
Oh, man, you always welcome. You always welcome. You got any news or anything that you want to tell the family before we get into these before we get into these proverbs?
Nah.
Okay. All right.
I guess, yeah, I'll speak on it if it comes to mind.
All right, so we've been joined by the brother known as Kwesi Low, representing that Kwesi Day, or that is, I'm correct, that Imani Day. You know what I'm saying? So when we open up the server, maybe he'll be joining some of y'all on that Imani Day in the in the Imani Day room, where y'all gonna be able to get together and have y'all conversation. All right. So Proverbs for the day. On this day of 4/9/20, has anybody received a stimulus check yet? They're already talking about stimulus check 2. They're already talking about stimulus check 2, family. Stimulus check 2. And we ain't even made it through 1. Right? All right, but hey, you got to recognize pimp talk when you hear pimp talk. You know, the pimp is always talking about the new money coming, but he never wanted to discuss the old money that was already supposed to be there. Pimp talk. Pimp talk. You know what I'm saying? So, let me go and open up this thing real quick and we'll get into our conversation. My streaming software has closed on me. It's like, Brother Hatim, you and these monologues are too damn long. Too damn long. Say I typed in the wrong code. Impossible. Impossibilities. Let's see. I can't wait to start teaching the young people how to use this stuff, family. Y'all gonna be really surprised when young people really, because once we get that young blood involved with the media concept, it's gonna be ridiculous. I'm trying to tell y'all. I'm talking about productions. Some of them gonna be doing some real productions. Some of them gonna be surprised y'all like one of them did with the commercials and stuff. But let's get into these proverbs. Proverb number 1. One person's eyes may be made of another person's mouth, say the knowledge holders. One person's eyes may be made of another person's mouth, say the knowledge holders. Good one. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, say the knowledge holders. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, said the knowledge holder. Thank you, Anime. I was trying to give you a hint. I ain't want to go off on it, right? Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, said the knowledge holders. And for those that do have a book, we on page 9. We are at the bottom of page 9 and at the top of page 10. Great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead and the reassembling of the dismembered, and move them toward the first source, said the knowledge holders, which leads to heaven in the soul and brings rebirth.
Wow.
So, just in those 3 proverbs, family, they described learning from others or being controlled by others. They gave you the secret to immortality, and they also gave you the secret to raising the dead. I'm knocked aback. You know what I'm saying? Because I am just trying to I'm sitting up here, my mind is just spinning. So what I'm gonna do is turn it over to Quasi real quick and let him decide on which one we're gonna hit first.
Oh, well, thank you, because I was actually about to ask you to say the second one again, because I think I remember hearing all of them. Well, I'm pretty sure I read the whole book, but I feel like we even maybe discussed a lot of them, but actually, all 3 of them just kind of hit me. Maybe you can go. Was it too much to ask you to do all 3 of them again? But the second one is the one I want to go with. But they did all kind of go together though.
All right, he said he want them over again. I want them over again too.
The first one, the third one, but I want the second one last because that's the one I really want you to go in on.
All right, cool. So number 1, one person's eyes may be made of another person's mouth, say the knowledge holders. Again, one person's eyes may be made of another person's mouth, say the knowledge holders. That's number 1. Number 3, great seeing and good speaking cause the raising of the dead and the reassembling of the dismembered, and move them toward the first source, said the knowledge holders, which leads to heaven in the soul and brings rebirth. Damn. And the last one, immortality is the inheritance. Well, this is the second one, actually. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, said the knowledge holders. So you say you want to start with number 2?
Yeah, I mean, because
you ain't got to. Don't feel pressured now.
I mean, now they all very rich, but I feel like the second one kind of got a little bit of mystery to it because immortality like the first one it got straight to the point. I mean, more or less. I guess I do kind of speak the language, so it might be straight to the point to me. And the third one is, I guess that one's, you kind of got to go into the second one to talk about the immortality and the whole concept of what we're talking about when we're talking about life after death before we can even get into the third one. You know what I mean? To make it really make sense. So what do you mean when you talk about immortal?
All right. What do we mean when we talk about immortal? Now, you ask the question or you want to answer the question? Because that's a good question. What is meant by immortality? It says immortality is the inheritance. Because not only do we need to talk about immortality, but we also got to talk about inheritance. Immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom. What's great wisdom? Like he said, there's all this mystery here. And for each of us, it's going to say something different because all of us are in different places in our lives. as I tell you, our ancestors' wisdom is layered. A child will hear this, and they will get a child's understanding. Somebody in their 20s is going to get their understanding. So it's layered. So family is not about being wrong. It's about sharing your insights, because you never know what you might see, how what you might see may affect others. So feel free to type in what you think or call in. The lines are open. Let me go and make sure I put this up so that everybody, because we need more people in this conversation, because it'll be a shame for just me and Quasi to walk away with the gifts of our ancestors. You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, because this is fruitful. I feel like there's a lot that could happen right now. I was reading something that this philosopher said for earlier. It was something, what did he say? Something like, oh man, it's slipped my mind now. It'll come back to me.
Just relax. It'll come back. It'll come back. So first, immortality. Now, we see a lot of movies with the concept of immortality, where it's about an individual being able to live forever. Forever. Never dying. Right? But the trick of immortality for many of us, because we're caught up in a sense, a West Asian mind state, right, is that we think that immortality is just about the physical existence. It's not immortality if it's not in the physical. If I can't be Hatim forever, it's not immortality. But even in their concept of immortality, when they deal with this, they deal with it in a way that lines up with how we're talking about it. Like, for example, if you read, I'm into comic books. A lot of comic books and TV comics and shit like that. There is a guy in DC called Savage. His last name is Savage. I can't remember his first name. But anyway, he is immortal. But in history, he is recorded by different names. It's the same thing in Marvel with Apocalypse. He's known throughout history by different names. And as a matter of fact, in Marvel, they go one step farther, where Apocalypse has become a concept rather than a person. Immortality is about you and about us becoming concepts, becoming bigger than the package that we were born in. Many of us we want to shrink down and just stay in this package, not realizing that immortality means that eventually we got to grow up out of this package. Because it's the package that is stopping you from immortality.
Right. And that's exactly what it was that I was, it was a connection that I was trying to make. What I was looking at earlier, the philosopher, I don't even remember who it was, he was saying something about how nature never lies. But we find ways to lie. Sometimes I have to find a quote. But nature is real consistent. But humanity we always fall into these patterns of tricks that we play on each other. Just, you know what I mean? It's just almost like our nature or whatever. But then when you tap into greatness, all you really tapping into is nature, like the consistency of timelessness. You know what I mean? Getting
being
outside
consistent.
of the realm of the. Say it again.
You said being consistent, being because like you said, key to greatness. What does nature is regular, if nothing else. Nature forms cycles that it repeats over and over again. It's very few places you find hecticness, and even if you step back away from the hecticness and the confusion, you will see some form of some pattern that's there, right? And what we have to do when we start talking about immortality, we got to move away from the idea of being trapped in these packages. The body is for lack of a better term, it's a package. It's an important package, no doubt, especially for this phase of your existence. It's an important package, but you cannot allow the package to limit the growth of the being within, or not even just the being. We have to grow beyond. Immortality is about us growing beyond this, and we come from a people that have practices of immortality. This is why we get up in the morning and we do the toast. We practice immortality.
Yeah, I feel like even being part of like you don't be immortal. You connect to something that's immortal.
Mm.
You know what I mean?
You become the concept, like Apocalypse.
Exactly.
Apocalypse stopped being. He stopped being Simon Noah, whatever his name was in the past, and he became a concept. Apocalypse. I am the end of the world. You know what I'm saying? I'm beyond just me. I'm representing something bigger than me. See, and this is where, as you was talking about the greatness, this is where great men and women in history get plugged in, because they become bigger than just a package. Martin Luther King became bigger than the body of Martin Luther King. Martin Luther King became a concept, became an idea that other people could grasp and try to emulate. Malcolm X became bigger. Elijah Muhammad became bigger. Frederick Douglass became bigger than the package that they came in. They outgrew it. So even if you got rid of the package, that energy is still floating around. It's immortal. You know what I'm saying? And for those that's looking for immortality in the body, what they are doing, they are actually robbing their souls. You're draining your souls. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, when we talk about immortality, we have to be very clear what we're talking about. When our ancestors say immortality is the inheritance of the partakers of great wisdom, I want y'all to just sit back and listen to that shit. When you partake of great wisdom, you become a child of something greater than yourself. You become a child of an